Hey peeps, it's Rina and welcome to my anxiety-filled life. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today without a formal intro like I have in my previous videos because I want to keep this video very short. So I'm going to be continuing part 4 of the budgeting series where I show you how I maintain my budget through my notes app on my phone. So yeah, we're just going to get straight into it. So now I'm going to go through the 4-week paycheck allocation example. I'm not going to take too much of your time, so I'm going to go through this really quickly. If you think I'm going too quickly, just change the speed down so that you can understand exactly what I'm saying. So the first part of this is the salary, the weekly salary. So this is not my real salary. I just put any number. I put 1,000. This is less than what I make, but this is just purely for the example and to make the math easier. So I also put the frequency of when I get paid. So I get paid every Wednesday. Yeah, so the next section, it just says 4 weeks. So I'm getting paid $4,000 in 1 month. And then underneath that, I put all the months in which I'm going to get 4 paychecks. So the next section is the actual allocation of the checks and which expenses get paid to which paychecks. So it took me a while to figure this out, but I decided to start with paycheck 2 and 3. I get paid out on the 2nd and 3rd of the month, and that totals $2,000. I basically kept the same expenses that I put in a previous video when I did the budgeting video. So if you haven't seen that, it'll be linked above, or I'll link it below in the description box. So I'm not gonna go through all of these. If you're colorblind and you can't see the exact colors that I put, I'm sorry. But the first one is red and it's in bold. I'll explain all the colors and why some are bold and why some of them are not in bold. But yeah, just remember that. So when I'm noting each expense, I'm putting what the name of the expense is, dash, and then the actual cost. Remember, I always round up, so I put $36. And then I put where the money's coming from. So it's coming from the second paycheck. For the other expenses, but actually before we get to expenses, for the savings, I think it's very important to always pay yourself first. So when you get your paycheck, so that $36 gets automatically taken out of my bank account when I get paid. So that's just automatic. And then the savings, I always pay myself first before I even get to expenses. Before I pay any bills, I pay myself first. I feel like a lot of people, well, not everybody, but a lot of people do the opposite, where they pay all of their bills first, they spend some money, and then they just save whatever is left, which is probably a few dollars, or some 10s, some 20s. But I think that's bad because you end up sacrificing yourself and your savings. So I always think it's important to definitely put your savings away first, so that's out of the way, you can't touch it, and then you can pay out your bills, and then you're spending only what's left. It's just gonna be it's gonna help you curve your spending. It's also gonna bulk up your savings. For the rest of them, I put the same thing: expense, how much it costs, and then when it's gonna be charged. For the chase fee one that I'm clicking here, I put a C at the end because this is the only fee that's coming out of another bank account. So Chase charges me $6 per month to use the checking account. I don't mind it. Sometimes I don't get charged when I have a bunch of money in there, but all of my main checks come to my MCU account. That's a municipal credit union. I always transfer like $10 to that account to cover that fee. And then, if I want to charge anything to that card. At the bottom of the section, you can see spending money. So that means that this is how much I'm allocating for these 2 paychecks, that I'm only allowed to spend $145. And I got this by subtracting the paycheck minus all my expenses, including my savings. And then I get, that number. So all my total expenses for my 2nd and 3rd paycheck add up to $1,555. My total savings is $300, which was noted before. $300 right here. And then current leftover. So I keep this little section below just to track my spending. So anytime I make an expense, I'll lower this. So say I spent $10, I'll lower this to $135. So I'm aware of how much money I have left to spend until I get my next paycheck. The next section is basically the same thing. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I have the same thing with the spending money, total expenses, current savings, $350. So when I get that first paycheck, I pay myself first. After the $36 is automatically taken out of my account. The next section is money from boyfriend. So basically, I just note how much I'm gonna get from my boyfriend because we live together. So we split expenses. So we have utilities here, and then rent, and then the rest of them are the microloans that we share. These are already paid off, so I can take these out now, but just for this example, this is the total of money I'm gonna get from him every single month for all the expenses that we share. And then this is the money that I send to him. We share our Wi-Fi account, but it's in his name, so I send him money every single month. And then I also write, when he's supposed to send me the money, so that I know when I should expect it. He always pays on time anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, that's really helpful if like you live with a roommate or you have a family member living with you that paid towards your bills. One of the last sections is just a summary. So my total income $4,000, total expenses per month. So I just added up those last two numbers. So total expenses here for paycheck 2 and 3, and then total expenses here for paycheck 1 and 4. And then I get $3,057. And then I put total spent per month. So those were the numbers that were in green. Spending money here and then spending money here. And I got 293. And then total money saved per month, same thing. The 300 from paycheck 2 and 3, and then the 350 from paycheck 1 and 4. And then total money left per month. So basically I keep the same thing like with the other sections. As I'm spending money, I'm changing this until it hits 0. So here's what I was talking about for people who are colorblind or not. That's why I have some in red and blue and some are bold and not. So all the bills that are red are my automatic payments. That means that I signed up for auto pay, and anytime it comes to, like, say if something's due on the 16th, it's automatically coming out of my account on the 16th, and I'm expecting that. The bills in blue are Affirm. I chose blue because the app is blue, so I just kept it right there. It's easy to flesh out from the other expenses, so I can tell which ones are for Affirm or not. And then the ones in bold are needs, and the ones that are not in bold are wants. So I already went through this in one of my previous videos. I'll link it like I usually do above and below. And then the last portion of it is the Affirm balances. So like I said, I use Affirm. It's pretty much like a microloan app where you can pay off things within 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So these 3 are the microloans that my boyfriend and I share. I put what the microloan is called, how much is left, and then how many payments are left. So, and then at the bottom, I do like a little summary of how much money I'm paying towards these microloans. And that doesn't include how much my boyfriend is paying as well. This is just my portion of what we're paying. So yeah, that's it. The 5-week paycheck allocation, I'm not gonna go through it because it's pretty much the same, except I put 5-week and then I put 5 weeks. I'm getting paid $5,000. I put which months I'm getting paid 5 paychecks or $5,000. The only thing is that I put an extra check in this section, and I basically increased my savings from $350 to $1,350. Like I said, I always pretend I'm getting paid off of 4 paychecks, and then any 5-week months I add that last paycheck to my savings. So my total income per month would be $5,000. Expenses would be the same. Total spent would be the same. Total money saved per month would change. So it would increase to $1,650. And yeah, that's it. So hopefully this was simple and easy to understand. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.
Young, broken, independent, not broken, not quitting, I'ma get it. Even though I still struggle, I'm sufficient. Like what's up, aiming how it's business. Believe me, it's finna happen. They call them detours, we call it passion. How many no's you receive? I just stopped counting. So why you still doing this shit? I'm a cash in the fountain. See this dream dance between my ear canal, lives inside my heart like a future child. Possess the wisdom in between my smile. The world gotta see me, it may take a while. That's okay, it's prepared for. Played a lot of shows I had to pay for. Define the crowd, me, myself, and I, and the DJ and my homeboys. Good things take some time, I'm like, ooh yeah. Patience is a virtue when I'm moving. Looking at my life, it's a movie. Lot of ups and downs, I'm sticking to it. I got the sauce, I got the drip.